people. Stop hurting people. You always want to keep your little profile. Turn him so I can see him. Flatten out that forehead a bit. See, if I can't face him, sometimes I can't tell that he's getting a little... A couple places are getting a little out of whack. I had 2 life drawing classes, one before my head injury and one after. And actually worked out better after. Yeah, turn him like this. I can see the side here. The right eye I want to fix. Don't like it. Like that. This is about that. Did one a couple days ago that he's not. I started him as Roger, but by the time he was finished, he wasn't Roger. If you've made dolls, made heads, done face-ups, you know what I mean. This I might need to wait for the... Just gonna get into all these different angles. Yeah, the eyelids might need to wait for a little bit of dry work, or the second after this is dried off and it's stiff, and I'm not gonna touch it for a little while and see if just working on this one. He's really flat in here, and then he gets round. So come on, Kim, you've drawn pictures of Raj. Wicked allergy season. Never in my life have my eyes swollen up for any reason whatsoever, and earlier this month they were just nasty, and just the allergy pills I think were making it worse. Go figure. And I have no idea what it is. Live in Southern California, so everything's blooming. The street is made up of that wild mustard that's like everywhere. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to wait a little. Just got the tool wet. Some of this just might have to wait until this is dry and this is set. Got not a lot of Who on my playlist. Actually, I have none of Roger's solo albums. Sorry, Raj. I have the Fallen Angel. I downloaded that. So let's look at that for a different project, and it's okay. It's just there's just some songs that he just does better. You know, it's like, you know, you want to say Roger Daltrey is Roger Daltrey in Ken Russell's Gardening Club. I need to see some more stuff. I've seen him in... can't fairly say how good, bad, or indifferent he is, because I've not seen everything he's done, or a good amount of things he's done. I've got Tommy Listomania. Those don't really count. And I've got the CSI he did. I'm trying to find Vampira. Simply because it's just god-awful. I like myself a god-awful movie every now and again. God-awful with Roger Daltrey just makes it that much more... that much more interesting. Yeah. It's a little Ken Russell thing you could say. Try that work and you find out the one eye's not. Roger Daltrey, Christopher Gable, and Paul McGann, and Ken Russell's No Need to Wear Pants, huh? We'll just think about that. Alright. A little happier. Sometimes this stuff, you can just overwork something and you have to stop for a while. So we'll just work on this side of his nose. We're going to get in here. This is the smaller end of the tool. It's not Pete. but I'm bumped. But honey, you need a little more there and a little less there. There we go. I'm satisfied enough with my peat. He's grown on me. My little peat that I made. Get pretty smooth with this area in here. It's doing Roger in his 30s, so keep looking over at my picture. I had this. So we're gonna look at this whole side of his face. We're just gonna do. See, I'm pressing softly here, get a little bit of a line. Was going fill in stuff after. Nothing's ever the end of anything. When you do one side of the face, you do something like that, something dramatic like the jawline, you want to get over here and you want to make sure you address it on the other side of the face. There's no real way to describe how to see things. When you do art, you learn how to see yourself. Take this down a bit because we're not going to have. It's going to have his curls, so. Someday maybe you have trouble doing ears. Long 70s hair will hide everything. Flatten this area out and get into the larger. No matter who it is, there's just going to be some general things to the human face. Wonderful book called Carving Humans, which actually helps on the sculpting end, because basic human anatomy, 99% of people have the same thing, are going to have, unless you're that kid on Family Guy, you've got your face going on, in the right direction here. And then you start, once you get that down, then you start getting into things that make them, unique. This is where, I can get a little irritated at people, who only do anime or only do one kind of look. You wanna, don't get locked into something. I took when the art classes I completed were printmaking, oil painting, getting in there carving out his nose, and life drawing. I took the second half of art history, and here make a nostril. So get in there, carve that out. The art classes I never completed were drawing. That was the last one in the world I needed. And ceramics, got sick of my work disappearing. But I actually, so I was never taught how to sculpt. I was taught, I got the fundamentals of wheel pottery. And it was I kind of treat anything before my head injury almost as a different life. Because I was, personality-wise, I was a different person. Because it happened when I was in the middle of college, and I had teachers tell me that my personality had changed. And it, not like drastically, and I didn't have memory problems. But, you keep taking, you repress it all. In your childhood, I'm going to age myself, turns into Wonder Years. I actually worked on that, and Kids on the Block, and those lost years of Johnny Depp. Used to be TV star kids. We're just okay. See, I keep rocking them back and forth because when I'm doing one side, I want to look at the other. Almost drawing the nostril. I did polymer clay. I did my first ones are in polymer clay. The Robin I kept, and a couple of the other guys are in mixture polymer clay and paper clay, because I could at that time could not get my hands on the doll in Premiere. Love Premiere. And then I got into the epoxy sculpt. I wanted to try something different, and now this For making my little heads, this is my stuff of choice. I absolutely love this. If it's, you know, it'll hold details wonderfully. Carves fairly easily. You can paint it before it is set. It'll get surface dry in a couple of hours. Get in there, make us some nostrils. And his nose, Raj, I got the shape of the nose right. It should be, this is too fat right here. But as you see this stuff, see how wonderfully responsive it is. And all I'm doing where it's a little shiny and all that, all I've done is I've dipped my tool or my finger. Something tells me I've been holding it like this the whole time. If I have, I'm just gonna fuck the video. Yes, I just said that. I'm a Who fan. You hear about that book, Go to Sleep, and you think, oh, a new Pete Townsend musical. Think about it. But, yeah, I just, and that's what I discovered, you just plain old water, you don't need anything fancy. When I'm making it up, I get my hands wet. Keeps it from sticking. And it just does the trick. In my bowl's a mess. This is the bowl I mix plaster in. This is the bowl I keep my water in. Why? Because when I was an art student, I wasn't a poor art student. I was a beyond impoverished art student. Not happy. But I would like to thank the government and the taxpayers who paid for my grants. And I went and I graduated with a degree. I did my basic education, and I have an fine arts degree, because I did when I was younger, before the brain injury, did some theater work. After the brain injury, no desire to return to the stage whatsoever. I think I might wait till you're dry to shape your nose a little bit, Roger. You don't want to mess this up. This is so nice. But yeah, it's, at least I have a degree. Not married, not kids, filleted, made some right decisions. After that, I went out to work, not knowing that my brain injury kind of aggravated, if not gave me a seizure disorder. I'm still trying to get to the bottom of that, because I really don't have health care insurance. And by the time you wait for your, this doctor says you can see that doctor, and that doctor, and that doctor, you've got no idea what's going on. I do know. Bridge of his nose right here is this where you gotta be? Yeah. The bridge of his nose out. This is, again, this might wait. I might actually carve that out. I still have my wood carving set from more years ago than I want to admit, but we're doing pretty good here with the wet. So I think when you hold them, you want to make sure you're not squishing them. That was another reason I went to this instead of the polymer clay, because it's like doing the polymer clay, I kept kind of squishing them, and then I'd bake them. I'd have them standing upright with tinfoil on their necks, and gravity and all that. Their little necks would kind of melt, and so I want to get back into work with some of them. I'm gonna carve their necks down. Up and down the boulevard, the shadows searching in the night. Get some lips on you, Raj. Gotta go over to my pictures and say, where did that profile go? Somewhere in the night. 347 pictures of the horrible ooh, and you can't find one adulterine profile. Bloody awful you is. Well, that's close, okay. So's your accent. Your accent's bloody awful. So we'll just take a moment to stare at him and like, where the hell did that picture go?